Hello, lovely sewing friends. I hope you guys are doing well. I've missed you guys so much. I'm so glad to be back talking about sewing, because when I don't talk about sewing, I don't do sewing. And to be honest, my sewjo has completely disapparated, and I'm hoping that this will kind of like kickstart some new ideas. So I want to talk to you guys about what I want help with, because I genuinely need help with this now, right? I have not done a quilt since I was like in high school. So we're talking over a decade now. So let me just talk to you about it. So in a way to kickstart my sewjo, I always sew garments. But I think the thing with that is I'm so particular on what I wear and what I sew and the fabrics and the like occasion. Is it everyday wear? Is it special occasion wear? Is it winter wear? Is it summer? We're now officially in spring in Melbourne. So like I need to start sewing for summer, but I genuinely don't need any more clothes, but I love sewing and I want to keep sewing and I don't. And so what I've started to do is I've actually started sewing my Christmas presents for people. So I am super smug about that. And also another thing I've been doing is venturing into the world of quilting. So last time I did quilting was when I was in high school and I wasn't good at it, which is probably the reason I've not touched it since. But in the interest of trying new things and kickstarting our sewjo, I'm going to be attempting to sew a quilt, right? So I was trying to work out how to like do things like, I know you need to lower the feed dogs if you want to use a free motion like quilting tool. So I spent like half an afternoon trying to do that on my machine and it did not do it. Then it turns out I needed to order this little plate. So girl, I'm talking to previous Annie. Don't go messing up your machine because you will need one of these. And basically what this is it elevates your plate that you're going to sew on without touching the feed dogs. Very, very vital. Another thing that is very vital is one of these free motion sewing machine feet. I did not own these last week. I ordered them and they arrived pretty quickly. And now I actually feel so much more confident going into quilting because I've actually got the right equipment. So I played around with those, not very well, might I add. And you know, I was doing all these loops and everything. This here, I tried to do some grading with when I didn't have these, just have a play around. I was doing some grading, like some embroidery art, just playing around with the threads. But yeah, I'm trying different techniques. We're trying new things. So I've got the equipment, right? And now I'm on to designing a quilt, because I am very experienced with sewing, but not so much with quilts, but I understand the theory. This is it. I understand the theory, not the practicality. So what we're going to do is I went on to Adobe and oh my God, that was this gorgeous quilt pattern I saw, and it was flowers and it was so beautiful. It was gorgeous. And this quilt that I'm making here is for a friend. So it's for their birthday present. And once, I think I'm going to use this as like a little tester quilt. So I'm going to make this one that I've designed, and then I'm going to make a really beautiful one for myself. So we're not setting the stakes very high on the first attempt, but this is what I designed, right? So I basically, you're currently propped up on a microwave upstairs in my sister's spare bedroom, but we'll get there. So this is kind of the design I'm going for. Like I've got 4 colors, 3? I've got 3 colors and then 1 base color in there. And so you can see it's pretty basic. It's nothing like overly ambitious, but I feel like pretty confident I can do this. This is doable, right? This is doable. So I've got my basic quilt, I've got my tools. So what we are going to do now is, okay, the fabric scraps return. But before I go into that, might I add, I have been to a few fabric shops. So I went to my like tried and true, because I'm more than happy to use not conventional quilting fabrics. Like, I know that quilting fabrics is like a really tight cotton, but I would much rather use what I have if I see something that I like the look of in here, or because this quilt that I'm going to be making, it looks good with the colors. So then maybe I go out and buy those colors for that quilt, but then the ones that are in here, if I come across any in this video that I'm going to show you guys about, I can then use for like another quilt. Like, I'm looking for inspiration is what I am looking for. I'm looking to be inspired, because right now I'm struggling. I have also started another cross stitch, but we digress. So anyway, I went to my local fabric shop that I normally get apparel fabric from, like clothing fabric from. And it's really annoying because they're mainly dead stock and they do stock Liberty. However, they didn't have the fabric I want, and they've not had it for like 4 or 5 months. And so I've had to branch out, unfortunately. So I went to another fabric shop, and they did have a wider range of the fabrics I want, but not in the colors I wanted. So that was annoying. And then I went to a third fabric shop, and that just made me want to shrivel up and die, because it was so, you know, when you walk in somewhere and you're just like, oh, this is actually a really depressing shop, unfortunately. So I've tried 3 fabric shops, all to no kind of avail or result. So fabric scraps. Okay, so I did get these 2 pieces of linen, and this is another thing, like, I know that it's normally you use quilting cotton, but I would feel pretty good about using linen. But I probably would back it with a really light fusing or something, so that it doesn't do like much warping, because like I know, like, just seeing like that, it's moving quite a bit. So I would just have to take extra special care when cutting out my fabric for the quilt, because I can see how one little makes the whole quilt go like that. Anyway, fabric scrap time. I love going through fabric scraps. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump out, you know what? To be honest, I didn't think that I had this much. It's like all over the place. Anyway, let's have a look. Keeping in mind, okay, I'm gonna show you guys this, because this is actually a little bit more than I bargained for. Look at all of that. Oh, that is quite a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna just pick and choose. Pick and choose. Keeping in mind, I have been sewing for 20 years, so I do have a lot of fabrics. So please don't judge me too much. I also know that when selecting fabrics for quilting and everything, you kind of want, I'll tell you, oh my God, we're gonna go in so many tangents. Anyway, one thing I will tell you about fabrics is that I hold a lot of sentimental value when it comes to my fabrics. This was actually one of the first fabrics I ever bought. Genuinely one of the first fabrics I ever bought. So that's quite a special little one. But I know that this is a quilting fabric. So I think the best thing for me to do now is to separate, like, this is a ribbing, which reminds me I need to redo the ribbing on my, what do you call it? My pajamas. Right? So I need to redo the ribbing on my pajamas pretty soon. So like this, it will not work for a quilt. So we can put that back pretty much straight away. Oh, I love this fabric. There are some fabrics that are like, yes, they're gorgeous, but I'm actually going to move you guys down there so you can actually have a, see, that's the microwave. I'll show you. There we go. So this fabric, I absolutely love it. You can see my Everest of fabric. Oh, this actually makes me okay, this actually genuinely makes me so happy. Okay, so I love this fabric. Probably not the best for a quilt, but really good tones. That's the thing I meant to mention. I know that with fabrics and quilting and everything, oh, these are some beautiful, see, I did buy a bunch of like these kinds of Liberty fabrics, and I've got a few fabric scraps in there all tucked away, because these I actually want to keep for like very special projects. So even though they would be absolutely perfect for this quilt that I'm going to be making, genuinely I would like to keep them for myself, because did I mention that the quilt that, yeah, I did mention it, it's for somebody else. That's just some embroidery I've done. See, fabrics like this is a linen that I got a couple of months ago. See, something like this would be really good, but obviously I'll need more. It is a linen, so it is a little bit slippery. Slippery as in like the grain keeps moving. I think a linen would actually be a really good bet for me for this quilt. So I think what I'll start to do is start to make a pile. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Make a pile of linen and cotton, and then go from those two piles instead of this one big pile. But we can sit and talk while I do that. So again, some pink fabric, gorgeous, some sky colored fabric. I think the sun's a bit in your eyes over there. Let me move you over here. Hello. Okay, we've got like this sky color fabric. I remember buying this Liberty fabric. I need to do a Liberty fabric video, because I have so much Liberty, and there's a reason for it. See, this is a Liberty too, but it's a stretch Liberty, so it doesn't really count. But I will keep all of my cotton Liberties to one side. See, that's really, see, that would be a beautiful quilting Liberty fabric. I think like I bought it as a quilting fabric, but I used it as like pocket bags and stuff. So I'll just pop that all to one side. I genuinely keep the smallest scraps of the fabric that I love, because I know I'll use it one day. This again was bought with that polka dot fabric. I love this fabric so much. I love it. But I'm going to put it in the cotton pile. That's the linen pile. Linen, silk. I think this isn't a silk. This is a I think this is like something from I think it's a synthetic. There's that fabric again. Put that there. See, this is a linen. However, I think I'm not going to put it in the linen pile, because I think that linen pile would be really great with no prints. Just keep it really nice and plain. So that's going to go in there. See, I tried doing quilting before. It did not go so well, because I didn't choose the right fabric. I remember on that piece of fabric. See, this is, I'm going to go in so many tangents, but it's okay. You'll still be here, I hope. Oh, it's a little cowboy hat. That's cute. Little cowboy hat right there. I am going to put that with the linen, because that could come in useful. This is a raincoating fabric. Got a silk. Again, this is a linen. However, it's such a specific type of linen from a previous project. I loved this paprika color. It's a gorgeous linen, and I've got some just behind the camera there. Got that one. I think gingham is a very underrated fabric in a quilt, potentially. Some more I actually don't think that is a Liberty. I'm gonna pop it there. See, this is a cotton, and it's from one of my skirts. Love it, but we're just gonna put it away for now. Merinos. I have actually in here, I've got this little, got this, right? So this is a merino overlocked all together piece. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. And I will continue not to know. I really don't know. I should do a merino scraps pile as well. Fusing. My gosh, the amount of times I've had to rebuy fusing because I just don't know where it is. Oh my, when I move into my new apartment, I will make sure, I vow here and now to sort out my fabric, because I refuse to be in this position again, even though it is quite lovely being buried by fabrics. I got this as a scrap from a friend for free, and I love it so much. Again, another Liberty. Oh, I got this off Trade Me. Oh no, I actually got it off somebody. I mentioned it on my Instagram story how much I loved this piece of fabric, and somebody had some and I bought it off them. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I know it will be special. So I'm going to put that all to one side. This is another one of my favorite pieces of fabric, and I also got that piece for free from a friend. I just love the colors in it. How gorgeous is that? Oh my gosh, one day I would love to do a Liberty quilt. This is a gorgeous one. I made a couple of whales out of that one. This was one of the first Liberty cottons I ever got. It's a gorgeous ochre. Love that. I know I may be saying I love things so much, but genuinely, Liberty is the one thing. That was the fabric that I bought myself. Oh my gosh, you're going in the dark again. There we go. It's like turning into a feature-length film with all of this moving around. This fabric here, I bought myself as a present from myself to myself once I hit 20,000 followers on Instagram. So that's my 20,000 follower fabric. Then I've got like another linen. And the good thing with linen and having a scrap fabric pile is that I'll do like little sewing pieces on here and they're still usable. That's what I love about sewing, is that, oh, this is a Liberty fleece. I made myself a pair of pajamas out of this. I still remember the day I bought it. It was winter. It was very, very cold. But I love that fabric. And then I have some pieces like this that I just got from a op shop, charity shop. I have no idea what I would make out of it, but it just, I guess it hangs around. And then this fabric here, this is so not my style. So not my style at all. I don't know why I bought it, but I thought it would be a cute little children's print one day to have. And I bought this I bought this on the way home after viewing an apartment that I eventually moved into. So it's kind of like a bit of a sentimental reason as well. I bought that. And then this one as well. This is so not me, but I love it. Again, another Liberty. I don't know why I bought it, but I'm not complaining. I really wish that I have a system for my fabrics that I actually stick to. Or is it one of those things where, you know, no matter how organized you think you are going to be, or are in general. See, this is a cotton canvas, but I think it's going to go in the linen pile because it's just a good staple. Again, fusing. What is my fusing doing in here? Speaking of, okay, I found that other piece of fusing. I've already got some pieces that are cut for quilting in there that I never finished by the looks of it. yeah, I always seem to start organizing my fabric and think I'm sorted and I'm good, and then I end up in situations like this. But isn't that quite nice, so that I can like go through my fabrics so often and reorganize them? Oh, my liberty. I made a top out of that. So I guess it's annoying slash lovely that I can go through so many of my fabric and that I have so many fabrics to go through all the time. I am so glad I found this navy, because this navy I thought I had and I didn't know where it was, but I'm so glad I found it. What's this? Some calico, some... I need to also find out a way to reuse my merino scraps, because I thought I was doing something with these ones, that little you know, patchy work piece that I've suddenly lost now. Here it is. No, this is the bigger piece. Wow, that really is a much bigger piece. I have no idea what I'm doing with that. But it's gorgeous colours. I'll keep it to one side, I guess. See, I have such high hopes for my organisational skills. And then they just kind of go to poop when I end up with all of this here. Oh my gosh. I love my fabrics so much. See, that's a piece of navy already backed. And then this is a shell colour. And then this was some fabric that I bought with a voucher that my parents got me for Christmas one year. Again, another Liberty. Oh, I have a top made out of this Liberty on the front here. Then I've got a green. See, another green is gorgeous. And then this one here is called Annabelle. It's a Tana lawn. Oh no, I think I need to make so many quilts now. I'm so glad I have so many fabrics. I am so glad, because I'm already feeling inspired. Like, I know for a fact that I would do an amazing quilt with the fabrics I just have here. They're so good. And with a quilt, you can kind of just like cut your pieces however big you need them, I guess. Like, you know, it's not like you need like a big sweeping piece. You only need little pieces. You know, you don't have to go all out. Okay, I think we're about halfway there. I won't bore you guys. See, this is a fabric that I got from a friend and it's just beautiful. And you know, with fabrics, you don't need to have them constantly on hand. Like these, I think will come out every year, once a year, and I'll go through them and I'll see what I would do with them. But also with this quilt that I'm going to be doing, I really need to more fusing. Big piece of black fusing, always useful. More lightweight fusing. I think what was I going to say? Yeah, you don't always need them on hand, but when you go back through them, you can get quite inspired. And that's kind of the goal here. See, this piece here, I was thinking about this the other day, right? It's got chickens and some geese on them. And I've got a few panels. I just don't know what to do with it. I was thinking one day I will make an apron out of it. But am I an apron person? I don't know. I just don't know. Right. Okay, I think... Oh, look, I found another thing. See? I do try. I do try to make quilts, but I don't think they always all work out the best way, because they end up in this pile here of scrap fabric. But I think what would be best is, I've made a decent pile all there within the half an hour that we've been talking. I think I'm going to finish off this pile and then I'll get back to you on the results. If I finish anything. Okay. That may have not been the world's most informative YouTube video, but did it serve its purpose of re-sparking my sewjo? It certainly did. See ya!